Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, pandas, and welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you can join us today. Pandas, hey. Yesterday was the first green day I had after a streak of 3 red days in a row. Let's see if we can continue the green streak today. Am I going to be a red panda? Or am I going to be a green panda today? Who knows? All I know is that we're going to try to find the best setups possible today, pandas. Let's go, baby. Sorry for the little late start here. Second. Good morning, pandas. Good morning. John Wilson, good morning from Michigan. Hey, make sure you guys fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think is going to be today. David's here. Welcome back. Good morning, everyone. Jeffrey Apple, good morning from Asheville. Oh, David's from Canada. Canadian. Bill Jessa, good morning. We've got a lot of Canadians here. Power Trader, morning from LA. Scott Harburg, morning, Ohio. Amar Singh from Ontario. Another Canadian. SW Blaze, good morning from Chicago. Richard Belmont. Mark Arguelles, that's a green panda. Yeah, I'm green right now. Let's see. Let's hope I can keep it up. I mean, this was crazy chop. I actually was looking at this. I was able to get a little bit on this chop here. I was banking on a failed breakdown or breakout here. I was able to get a little bit off that scalp here. But I just wasn't sure if I was going to bounce at the top of the trading range, so I just scalped out a little bit right there. But basically, we're at this tight trading range all the way. It was late. I actually was up late to trade that. And, you know, that was the only setup that I really saw that I liked. So, up a little bit today. But that's it, pandas. Nothing much more. It's a little buffer room if I mess up. So, yeah, let me change to, here we go. Alright, on stream, I think I'm going to stay with one or just 2 contracts, 1 scalp, 1 runner, just because I want to have a couple more green days. And I think if I have a couple more green days, then I think I'll go back to the 5. But right now, I'm putting myself in a probationary period just until I can get my act together during stream. Because on stream, it's just the extra element of stress. I'm not sure what it is, pandas, but it's extremely difficult. Pandas. I'm not sure if you saw my post. I hope you guys follow me. I hope you guys are subscribed, that you can see my posts that I put. But I put a post yesterday. I mentioned if we break yesterday's low, I mentioned while we were up here, while we were still a green candle, this panda had the audacity to say, and the foresight, the foreknowledge to say, even though we have a green day, if I saw this setup, big bear bar, right, doji bar like this, if we break below yesterday's low, we have great potential to have a strong move down. And that's exactly what happened. When we broke yesterday's low, if I saw this setup on a 5-minute time frame, 2K chart, 10K chart, doesn't matter. If I saw this setup and I saw another push down right there, ooh, boy, oh boy, right? That's actually a second entry, a hidden second entry, but that's second entry. Second entry does trigger here as well once it finally does break below. This all happened after hours, and I knew that after hours, if we broke this candle's low, we were going to move pretty far down. I just did not have any... I didn't have any order set up there, but the moment it broke yesterday's low, it smashed down, and right now it's reversing. I'm not sure what's going to happen here, pandas. I mean, we made the new low, right? So we had break of trend, new low, we broke the new low, and now what are we going to do? I'm not entirely sure. We could have a small bounce here, we can have some consolidation, but again, this is all the ingredients you need for simple trend reversal to the other side now. But we do have a lot of price action that needs to happen here. So we'll see if this reversal fails or not. I think, in my opinion, downtrend until said otherwise. And so that's just how I'm going to see this. And the only way I can reverse that thinking is if we start to trade above the 20 MA here and maybe make some legs up here. But other than that, I'm thinking downtrend on the daily. But today, we can have a strong bull trend day today. But on the daily, I'm thinking strong downtrend. This was actually amazing, pandas. So, yesterday, the reason why I ended the day yesterday 4K positive. Eric Druin, thanks for being a member for 5 months here. Do appreciate your support. This, pandas. Okay, so yesterday's low. The first time we broke it was right here. We made solid 5-point move right there. It got bought up, exhaustive move to yesterday's close, and then it never looked back. There was this measure move from this for this swing, for 2x this swing here, and once it reversed, I mean, you could have entered this a couple places. The best entry here, right? Break a trend, new high. Best entry here for this case would have been this 2. Second entry short, lower high. And, you know, the best entry you should have looked for was a trap entry to the downside, but that never happened. So for what we have, that was the best entry. Unfortunately, that's hard to see during live trading. And so I mean, for me, once it broke the low again, I was thinking big swing once we broke this low. And 2x this, right? So like you would have entered, right? Here's a swing. You would have entered right here, one tick below this pivot. This would have been your risk, and your 2x, that risk reward would have been way down here, about 40 points measure move. And pandas, the price action was so crazy. It almost comes down to, it misses about by 3 or 4 points, and shows a couple reversal patterns, right? A couple L4s here, and with a trap here. You're thinking big time reversal, approaches yesterday's low, and then finally one more push down back to make that risk. And that is crazy, because you're thinking by this time you probably have your stop break even, or you probably already stopped out somewhere down here. Hopefully, you know, with these couple of these you know, especially with something like this where you have this reversal pattern with this trap to the upside, you might have got out right there. But if you were patient and just held your stop loss, you would have made 2x that. You made 4 points. But that is swing trading. You know, the thing about the two-leg pullback, you can use it for swing trading as well. Oftentimes, the setups do act as swing trades. We just scalp it and try to run, and with the runner, we try to swing. But I mean, that's a nice thing about the two-legged pullback. You can either swing it, or depending on the context, right? Typically, you try to make 2x your signal bar, and that's what a typical swing trade is. But I was able to make, you know, I haven't had a $4,000 day in a long time, pandas, and yesterday was a nice day. Also, pandas, if you look at my latest post that I put on YouTube, I mean post, not my video posts, but I put like a post where you can just see pictures. I posted some of the, you know, an update on my journey, update on my account since my journey ended. I know people are curious about where I am in terms of my account and my capital. And I was basically able to 2x one more time since we ended that journey. So I moved from 5K to 10K, 10K to 20K, and then that's where I pretty much ended my journey and started this style of streaming where we just look at the outcomes, end result of what happens on stream. But you don't see the end result of my actual account. But from since then, I was able to 2x that account, so my account right now is around 40K. So 40K, next stop, 80K, pandas. Let's go, baby. But I also mentioned I'm not gonna raise my contract sizes until every 10K after 50K. So I'm gonna keep it at 5 contracts until I hit 60K. If I hit 60K, I will increase my contract size by 1, and then so I'll basically have a 1 to 10. So 6 for 10 or 60K, then I'll turn to 7 for 70K until I get to 100K. Then it'll be like 10 contracts, which would be nice. 10 contracts, that's nice. But also because of that, I probably will be getting, the account size probably won't grow as fast, like in terms of doubling my account. I've been able to double my account pretty quickly, but that's because I'm raising my contract sizes pretty quickly. And so if, since I'm not going to raise as fast, I might not be able to double it up again. But pandas, let's see what happens. We're just focused on one single thing whenever we trade. We're not even focused about the account size. The only thing the account size really will help us is to help us with how many contracts we should trade. But while we're trading, we're just focused on the charts. We're focused on finding two-legged pullbacks. We're focused on finding the best setups possible, pandas. Let's go, baby. Hey, pandas, if you're just rolling in, make sure you scalp that like button. Thanks for joining us. Today is Friday, pandas. It is Friday, and if you're like me and you love trading, you're actually sad the weekend is coming, and you're waiting. You can't wait till the weekday comes so you can start trading again. Honestly, I miss this community on the weekends. Jerry is awake. Asks, what did you start at? 2 contracts? I have a playlist of my 5K journey. If you watch the first video, I started 1 contract. I will say I just had 1 contract, and I kept raising the contract sizes per every $5,000, and until I got to basically 20K, and then I stopped the journey. I started the 1 contract, pandas, and I didn't change that 1 contract until I doubled that account, which was to 10K. Basically, I was trying to raise the contract size per every 5,000. Pandas, welcome to the stream. Glad that you guys can join us. Strong uptrend, right? Breakup trend. We're looking for a new high here, and we do have a trap trade here. And I think this trap will probably trigger the new high. I might consider this trap trade, but also have this trend line right now. This trend line was created from this pivot to this pivot, and it originally was like this. Originally, I just had it like this, and I obviously didn't have that information. So what happened was hit this overshoot here, retest there, shot all in that overshoot here, now overshoot on this side, right? Double overshoot, right? That's what typically happens. So I'm adjusting this channel now to include this price action and include this price action, and lo and behold, this is where we're finding our head and shoulders pattern right there at the bottom of this channel now that's been adjusted, right, because of that price action, and shooting back up to the top of this channel. So now we're back at the top of this channel that has been confirmed multiple times, and in my opinion, this move could be done already, right? This reversal could be done, and we could reverse back down to the bottom channel. I'm just not sure what's going to happen here, pandas. I don't have enough information personally. I don't really know. I just gotta let the price action tell us. But man, that is a hard thing to reverse, right? This huge super spike just happened starting around 7 a.m. on Eastern time. Just watching this, pandas. I'm tempted to take this trap though, but it's right into this channel. I don't like to trade right into resistances, but I'm looking for that new high, which is a high chance to happen at this point. If you're seeing this, yeah, in my opinion, it's a high chance to make a new high right now. Pandas, I'm interested in this trade right now. Pretty interested in this one. I'm gonna take this one, pandas. I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna try to get a scalp here. Oh, market's gonna open in about 3 minutes. Why did I enter this trade? Pandas, I might start off with a loss here. I didn't realize the market's about to open in 3 minutes. But if you're just rolling in, Pandas, I'm Bye Bye Money, and welcome to my channel. That was a trap trade, and the reason why I wanted to enter is because of trap, looking for that new high. But I didn't realize the market is going to open very, very soon, so could burn me here. Not sure, right? Because on the market open, usually just a small volatility spike that kind of can go either way. But in my opinion, the price action is still good. Looking for that new high, breakup trend, new high, trying to retest this high here, and I'm thinking that trap was going to help us get to that new high. Let's see if we get to it. Also have a runner here, so I'm doing one contract, one scalp, one runner. Missing that scalp right now by one tick. It's all good, Pandas. It is what it is. I like the setup though. I like where this is at. I like the fact that we're probably looking for a new high here. And I'm gonna try to take advantage of that trap right there. Couple things going against you are these wicks up here. Also, market about to open in about 1 minute now. And this could spike down and get me, but also resistance here on this channel. So that could also act as resistance here going against your trade. It's all good, Pandas. I'm willing to lose this, right, to gain this. We should see, Pandas. Strong uptrend as well. First breakup trend. Looking for the new high. That's my setup right now. And I'm sticking to it, Pandas. Market's about to open 36 seconds. It looks like it wants to get me out though. Looking at the... Right, this is disappointing at the moment. Very disappointing. We shall see though, Pandas. If you lose, you lose. And move on to the next trade. Look for the next best setup possible. Market's about to open in 15 seconds. We have a lower high second entry now about to form. If that triggers, that could be very scary for me. Market just opened. Almost stopped me out right there. Looking for that trap. Scalped out. Looking for a runner now. Okay, the runner got stopped out. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. I was not nervous at all, Pandas, obviously. I had zero reservation. Just joking. I was actually so nervous right when the market opened. I thought it was going to spike down and get me. That runner would have been good, but it stopped me out so quick, like from that volatility from the runner. But I don't know. We might get a measure move up. Who knows, Pandas? Starting to break out here, but looking for that new high still, Pandas. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Unfortunately, it's only about like $50 because the runner got stopped out, so it's like $62.50, something like that. We got an L4 set up here, Pandas. Strong move up from the market. Anything can really happen, Pandas. I mean, honestly, I don't know what kind of day it's going to be. Most of you guys think it's going to be a bull day today, but I'm not sure. Pandas, as you guys are rolling in, make sure you guys scalp that like button. L4 setup does trigger here. If we get a reversal here, I'm looking to go short. Only if we get a reversal though. We do have a wedge pattern here, right? This wedge here basically is a reversal pattern, but what ends up happening is one more test up to make a new high, and then we can have a reversal pattern here, and I'll be interested in a reversal pattern if we get it here. Mainly because I'm not sure how, probable it is for this breakout to be successful with this channel, this big channel here. Usually breakouts fail, and so I'm looking to go short if possible. I need a good setup though. What are possible good setups that we're looking for? Either we get this trap trade to the downside, that's a good setup. We'll look to enter the trap, right? Two-legged pullback, the second entry long fails to make a point and reverses, and that is a nice place to enter, especially in the context that we're in. Breakout trend, new high at resistance level. Very good context. That's why we talk about context when we say greater than 90% probability to make a point. You got to consider all the context here. Also, if that never does happen, if we get a strong push down below, and if we get a nice two-legged pullback to the 20 EMA, also interested in something like that. So those two setups I'm interested in. Right, strong push down, multiple bear bars in a row, making it look like the reversal is already triggered without the trap trade. Either I would like to enter the trap or enter a two-legged pullback on this downtrend. Currently, we're thinking downtrend until proven otherwise. We shall see, because we're under the 20 EMA now, pushing pretty strongly below it with the L4 setup, off resistance, with the breakup trend, new high. It's just a lot of things for us to look for short in this area, and so that's what I'm looking for. But let's see if we get it, pandas. We're gonna let the setup come to us, and if it doesn't, right, like this is a place where it should have a reversal. But let's say the reversal never happens. Instead, it shoots up like this. Now we're thinking we're still uptrend, and we're thinking spiking channel. And we're gonna trade that spiking channel. We're gonna trade that channel as much as possible. But from the looks of it, looks like we're trying to make. It looks like we're trying to reverse here, pandas. By the way, if you're new to the channel, I trade only one single setup, the two-legged pullback. I traded only on one single instrument, the emini futures, S&P futures. It's a setup that looks like this: two pushes up or two pushes down, two-legged pullback. If you want more details, you can check out the description below. Sorry, I was in the middle of a trade, so I couldn't talk about what's going on in this stream. But if you're new and you're just rolling in, you know, we trade pure price action here, and so everything on the chart is based on price action. I don't have any momentum indicators. So right now we're looking for a two-legged pullback here. In fact, we're still looking for that trap trade if we can get it. That'd be nice, right to the bottom channel. Pushing so strong down. I don't know if that trap trade will work still. A little too far from the 20 EMA now. So we have to trade pure price action. So you're going to hear me talk a lot about every single bar, the strength of the bars, the color of the bars, how many bars in a row. You're going to see me talk about things on the left of the chart, how that affects things on the right of the chart. You're going to hear me say as much things as I possibly can about the price action to get the best probable trade possible. We do have a trap set up here, pandas. Trap is gone, so not interested. I mean, we could. I mean, this is a trading range at the moment, but strong bounce off the bottom, trading range marked by the trading range indicator. So on the charts, everything we have helps with price action, and this trading range indicator helps us with price action because a March trading range is purely based on price action. As you saw this bounce here, because we saw multiple hits right here, so that created the trading range on the bottom here and got us a nice bounce right there with a two-legged pullback. A, B, C. Also on this chart, all these numbers on my candles is a two-legged pullback indicator. Automatically identifies second entries for us, and so automatically identifies two-legged pullbacks with dark green, dark red numbers. So if you're new to the stream, don't know how the indicator works, if you just look to the right of the screen, you can see, if you look to the right of the chart, you can see here the super signal. If this super signal is dark red or dark green, that means it's a second entry. So once this turns dark green or dark red, we look at the context, see if it's good, we like to enter in there. Looking for a two-legged pullback here, pandas, actually, to make a new low. Let's see if we get the second pullback here. If you'd like more information about the indicators, you can check out the official website, www.twoleggedpullback.com. The URL is at the bottom right of your screen. Also, a link in the description. Also, pandas, if you are scalping on the on NinjaTrader on the tick charts like I do, or like we do, there is a free floating tick counter for you guys that puts the tick count right next to the price action. So the native one on NinjaTrader puts the tick count on the bottom right of the screen, but if you have the floating tick counter, it's gonna put it right next to your price action, so you don't have to look anywhere else except the price action. And that's important, especially in counting down candles, because sometimes you have to be very precise with your timing in terms of scalps. So that's free. There's also a link for that in the description. I would like a second entry short here, pandas. Got the trend line. I would like a second entry short here, but I'm not sure if we're going to get it. The market's probably going to be stingy with us. Yep, it breaks the previous candle's low. So market's stingy, not giving us a second entry short. Not giving us that second pullback. It's looking to reverse here, pandas, pretty strongly. There is a two-legged pullback on the 10K chart currently forming. Sitting on my pause. That risk is way too big on the 10K chart, right? 10K chart, whoops. Right now, looks like this. A, B, C. Well, originally like this, A, B, C, and it actually triggers a second entry, lower high second entry, but your risk is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points, and so you're not trying to take 8-point risk on that trade right into the 20 MA, in my opinion. Not interested in that trade because of that. Makes a new low. Looking for one more push down here, pandas. That's what I'm thinking with a trap trade. Maybe interested in a trap, but it's an outside bar reversals. I'm skipping that trap. I hate outside bar reversals, and that's exactly what just happened here. Outside bar reversal. Looks like it's gonna make a point though. But I'm fine with skipping those because I don't like outside bar reversals. Potential H4 setup here. I'm actually maybe interested in looking at a two-legged pullback on the 10K chart. Let's see if we get it. Yeah, actually more interested in the trap if we can get it. Oh, the H4 does trigger on the 2K chart. I'm looking at the 10K as well. 10K two-legged pullback now off 20 MA. A, B, C. Strong bear bars all the way through this though, so it's making it very, I'm very cautious about that. H4 setup right here. But even for the H4 setup, I'm going to look for it as a reversal. I'm not going to go into the H4 directly. I'm going to use it as a reversal point. Still keeping an eye on the 10K chart. Let's see if we get a good signal bar. I might be interested in going long on the 10K chart. What's the 5-minute giving us? 5-minute, absolutely nothing. 5-minute looks like this. Blank. It's a blank chart. Just kidding. 5-minute looks like this. 2 strong bear bars in a row. But potential trading range. Breaking below the 20 MA now. Right. This H4 is about to fail here. About to fail the H4. Pandas, good morning. As you guys are rolling, let me say good morning to a couple more of my pandas here. Good morning, Greg Martin, Power Trader. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the stream. That H5 fails. That's actually a good trade right there. With the failure of the H5. Right, makes less than a point right there. Actually good to reverse that. I'm actually looking to go long here, pandas. 10K chart. Priming up my order right here on the 10K chart. Reversing strongly. Terrible signal bar now. No longer interested in that. It was looking good, but then it reversed immediately, so no longer interested. Terrible signal bar. That's why you gotta wait for the bar to finish, pandas. Because the bar can look drastically different the last like 100 ticks. Pushing down further. Man, strong bear trend right now at the moment, in my opinion. Just breaking through resistances. You can say we have a break of trend, like waiting for, you know, new low, waiting for a reversal here, but in my opinion, it's a very tricky. We keep pushing down like this, pandas. It's not something you necessarily want to go long in. In fact, on the 10K chart, I would look for a trap at this point to go short instead. And it coincides with, I don't have it charted here. Let's see. Right. This trend line on the 10K chart. Bouncing off top of the trend. If we get a trap here, it'd be nice to go short. If we can get it, pandas. That's good context to go short. Julian says, I don't even trade. I'm just here to watch the market. Let's go, baby. Hey, Julian, maybe one day you might become a day trader like us. Hopefully the content here is at least entertaining, even though if you don't trade, hopefully it's entertaining enough that you stick around. Tenzin Paladin asks, what is the minimum requirement, margin requirement on, well, I'm using NinjaTrader. NinjaTrader is $500 per emini contract. 2K or 10K chart does trigger the second entry long. But I'm looking for the short here. Looking for the trap. I doubt it's going to happen because it's a two-leg pull, but right off the 20 MA. Terrible signal bar, but it might still make a point here. I'm looking for the trap if we get the trap, but it looks like it wants to make a point just because it's hovering above break even plus 1. Okay, we're slightly reversing here. Looking for this trap trade, pandas. Looking trap trade on the 10K chart for big reversal. Big reversal. You can almost swing this. I'm going to just set up here, and if it does break below here, I'm just going to take it as it is. 2,000 more ticks left. 10K chart trap, potential trap trade. Keeping my eyes on this. I'm going to just keep it here, even if it triggers prematurely. It itself is its own reversal bar at this point. Looking for the trap trade here on the 10K chart. One scout, one runner. That's how my trades are set up right now. Coming off resistance like this, creating a trap on a 10K chart. Looks like it's going to trigger before the bar is even done. It does give us, it does actually give it to us. Let's go, baby. I kind of want to hold this a little bit here because we have the reversal. I'm going to hold this for this bar to finish. Gonna let it play out a little bit. Gonna let it play out just a little bit here. Kind of want to get 4 points on that runner. Let's let it play out a little bit here, Panda. Let's give it some room to breathe. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Giving some room to breathe here. About 1, 2, 3, 4 points. I'll take 4 points. Don't stop me out now. You just gave us so much profits here. Let's go for 4 points, pandas. Oof. Looks like we missed our runner. Trying to stop us out here. Ooh. Trying to stop us out. Don't do it. Don't do it. No. It's all good, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Unfortunately, you know, we try to let it breathe a little bit, and we let it breathe, and then came right back up to stop us out, but we could have got 4 points from that, pandas. It's all good, though. Let's go, baby. Hey, money's money, green's green. The runners don't work out. It is what it is. The runners are free money. The point is, a runner, though, is so you don't lose money. So that's why we have to put a break even plus 1. But it made that 4 points in that trap, man, on the 10K chart. Especially off a good context like that. Man, right off the resistance. I mean, that's like what you're asking for. That's like a beautiful setup right there. And typically with something like that, you know, that acts as a reversal. We're going to come back down to the bottom of the channel. Typically what happens. Let's go, baby. It's unfortunate because now it's like making its move now after we got stopped out, but it is what it is, pandas, and you know, it's all good. You know, as long as we're not losing money, right? It could have reversed, and that trap could have failed and just reversed on us on the spot, on the dime, and the market can really do anything. It's just, man, it's unfortunate that it stopped us out. I could have been maybe a little more patient, but I'd rather not lose money, protect my profits, and just move on to the next trade, pandas. And that's the beautiful thing about scalping, is that there's going to be another setup. Probably very soon. Right, that's a 10K chart. We still have the 2K chart to trade here. 3 strong bear bars on the 5-minute. I'm thinking downtrend day today now, pandas. Right, I'm thinking on the daily, right, even though we recover that much, like, we can still make this measure move on this bar or measure move on this swing, right? This measure move from here to here, right? We copy and paste that line to right here, right, to the pullback, and the pullback brings us down here to measure move. I mean, we still have plenty of room to that measure move here, pandas, so we can have a strong downtrend day today. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised, pandas. Especially with a reversal pattern on the 10K chart like that, off of resistance. When you have a reversal pattern like that on the 10K chart, I mean, you're thinking the market's going to reverse and the market's going backwards. That's a trap trade here, pandas. I don't know if I'm interested. Okay, trap gone. Okay, I'm not interested in that. Spiking channel at the moment, right? We have this channel, or we have the spike down, channeling at the moment. Channeling like this. And we're going to see if we can get a two-legged pullback off the 20 MA, also off this trend line. If we start breaking above it, then that's break of trend, looking for new low. Potential new low. Channel breaking up, strong bull bars, 3 strong bull bars ending near their highs. Typically follow through, which is what we're getting here. Right, even if the pause bar, people would buy it, keep buying it up. Maybe they buy it the moment it closes, they'll buy that. Thinking reversal here, thinking the risk of this bar, right? Trying to make the same of this bar to up here. Let's go, baby. Ooh, strong push down. Strong push down. Ooh, reversals are gonna reverse. 10K chart, don't forget that reversal. Reversals are gonna reverse. That's bad. That's really bad. It's looking for a new low. Right, break of trend, new low. That's what it's looking for. Most likely two-legged pullback on that new low, right? Break of trend, new low. Now, see if we get that new low. Not sure if we're gonna get it. Almost want to go short here for that new low. Right on this second entry, lower high, second entry short. Let's see if we get this new low here. Strong push down, looking for a new low. No longer interested. Terrible signal bar. Thought that new low was going to happen with a strong bear bar like that, breaking beneath the 20 EMA like that. Very tricky, pandas. Tricky. I like this second entry short here still. I'm going to take only a failed trap. Yeah, definitely not looking for a short here now. Terrible signal bar at the moment. But reversal is going to reverse, pandas. The only trade I'll take here is probably a failed trap to the downside. That's the only trade I'll take. If this traps and fails traps, I'll look to go because that's a terrible signal bar. I want one more push up and that trap fail, or the second entry fail here, and I'll look for the reversal. But right now, that was a terrible signal bar. I'm not interested in going short there on the signal bar that looks like this. So making that new low now, like I mentioned, and reversals are gonna reverse, pandas. 10K reversal, don't mess with that. Right, with this trap right here after, right, the bounce off resistance below the 20 MA, it makes a new low now. We can have another reversal here on a smaller time frame. With every new bar, it's new information. Right? We're looking for a trap trade to the long side now. If the market gives us a trap trade to the long side, I'll take it. Because we have break a trend, new low now. Thinking, right, uptrend at the moment. Until proven otherwise, if this breaks below here, then we're thinking still downtrend, right? Around this spot should be the spot where we should have a reversal. But, and if we don't get it, then we got to change our premise. Let's go, baby. Let's see if we get a trap trade here, pandas. I'm interested in trap trade. A, B, C. Trap. Fail second entry short. I'm looking for a fail second entry short. Let's see if we get it. Comes all the way down here. Triggered that second pullback. Doesn't trigger the second pullback, actually. Not yet. Reversing. I mean, pandas. Optical two-legged pullback. A, B, C, right? Hidden second entry. If this triggers and reverses, people are going to see that as a trap. The movements of this have already created like the second entry, in my opinion. The movements of these candles. This is what we call a hidden second entry. Because the second entries cannot be known otherwise, unless looking at the candles. You have to look at the actual like color of the candles, right? Push up, push down, push back up. That's a two-legged pullback. A, B, C, and if we get something like this, I might look to go long. I might look to go long because actually it will be a second entry long regardless. If we get this set up, so I might look to go long here on a second entry long. Higher, low, second entry. I might be interested in going long here, pandas. Terrible signal bar, no longer interested. Potential trap trade on the 10K chart again off the 20 MA. Ooh, very interesting. Another trap trade on the 10K. Wow, right. Reversals are gonna reverse, pandas. Reversals are gonna reverse. Ooh. I mean, if you're a bull right now, you're not thinking happy thoughts. You are not thinking happy thoughts right now, pandas. If you're a bull right now, you're not thinking happy thoughts. That's an outside bar reversal. Not interested in something like that. We have a two-legged pullback here forming. Still looking for my setup. I don't have any setup here. Made a new low again. Very, very choppy in my opinion. Even we're on a pretty obvious downtrend. Very choppy. Hard to trade this. In my opinion. I don't know. Just watching. Just sitting on my paws. Decent setup to go long here, right? With that failed outside bar reversal trap on the 10K, could have a decent setup to go long. Terrible signal bar. Let's see what the 5 minutes giving us. 5 minutes is just clearly downtrend. Right? That's why these higher time frames are nice because it's just like obvious downtrend 5 minute. Right? Breaking below the 50% mark of this breakout. If we break below the 50% mark, you know, we're just thinking we're going to test the bottom of the breakout. That's what we're thinking. Potential trap trade still on the 10K chart. Not interested in this long trade at all. Not even slightly interested. Doesn't make a point. I'm not interested in going long unless we're above the 20 MA. If we get two-legged pullback off the 20 MA, I'll be interested. But right now, I'm not interested at all to go long. Just waiting. No setups here, pandas. And that's what it is. That's the thing about scalping is the scalp itself takes seconds to complete, but the setups is where you need the patience. And if you're swing trading, you can almost swing everything here. Or actually swing trading, you need patience because you can enter the trade. There might be a lot of setups, but the amount of time it takes for the setup to complete, you could have paper hands or bamboo, as we like to call it here, bamboo paws. If you have bamboo paws, then you'll buckle under the pressure and skunk your trade where you shouldn't. No setups right now. It's very choppy still, in my opinion. Market's deciding what it's trying to do. Finding some support at yesterday's low. Not really sure here. I think it wants to go down though. I actually think it wants to go down. I mean, we have the 10K reversal pattern here. We have the bounce off the resistance here. That's a pretty strong sign. Yeah, I mean, we could break this low here potentially today. The main reason being is because also on the daily we have a measured move that we still need to hit. Not interested here, pandas. Just nothing. Just watching. Pandas, as you guys are rolling in, make sure you guys scalp that like button. Helps out this stream a lot. I do this absolutely for free. And so pandas, when you guys scalp that like button, it's a good way to support this channel. Good way to motivate me to continue to stream. By the way, if you guys want to become pandas, as you guys can see with the green names here, you guys can hit that join button and become a panda. That also helps the stream out a lot as well. Consolidation pattern, right? Breakout mode. It's just pure choppiness. And we might get this for the rest of the day. Who knows? We got the second entry long, pandas. Let's see if we get a failed second entry short. I'll be interested in going long here. Whoa. Something happened at 10 o'clock. Some announcement must have happened at 10 o'clock. Because that happened right at 10. High volatility event. Still nothing going on here though, pandas. What's happening here? What's happening here? Trap trade to the long side. Are we looking for a trap? Looking for a trap trade? Oh, I'm in that trade. That was so fast. No idea I was even in it. Okay, touches my target here. I don't know I was in that trade, but I'm in that trade. It's a trap to the long side, out of that trade. See if we can get a runner here, pandas. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm going to keep this runner until I have a good reason that this market's going to reverse. We're going to keep this runner here as long as possible. Strong bear bar. Going to reverse it on that. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. That's price action, baby. That's price action. And I know it looked like this was noise, right? Quote unquote noise. Like, look at all this noise. We don't know what's happening here. Trust me, pandas, that's not noise. Price action is king. Does not lie to us. That's not noise. Very specific institutions knew that the trap was there. When that trap triggered, that's why it bursted upwards. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. $2,000 days. Actually, yesterday was an $800 day on stream. We got a $900 day for us right now. And I'm only trading 2 contracts right now, pandas. Only trading 2 contracts. We could have kept the trade here to go long, to stay long. But in my opinion, when I saw this, I'll just get out. Just get out my runner. At this point, if you're still in your runner, I would wait for a reversal pattern. So just keep the runner until at break even +1, until you have reason that you think the market's going to reverse. We are approaching our trend line here again. We're approaching it with a trap. The 5 minute giving us some resistance here off the 20 EMA. Strong push down. It might hunt this stop loss right here. Might be hunting it. Not sure. Easy peasy, easy money. Let's go, baby. Alright, looking to stop out those runners, I think. I think it's hunting them down, I'm not sure. I'm glad I got out right there. I just, it's just too much stress. This is all stress. This is all stress. Even if it's a runner, it's just all stress, in my opinion. I think because I got burned on that other runner, I could have got out a little quicker. I think that's why I was a little quick to get that runner out. It was a nice 1, 2, 3, and at 3, pretty much 4 points. Yeah, it was a 4-point runner, which is what, $200. I'll take that. Let's go, baby. Reversing here, hunting that runner down. Missed that runner by about 3 ticks. So you're still safe right now, even if you're in that runner. In my opinion, it's going to hunt it down. It could bounce off of it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to hunt it down. I'm pretty sure the 10K reversal is still in play. Right, this reversal, even though we broke above this pivot high, I still think the 10K is still in play, this reversal. I still think we have plenty of room to go down. That stop loss got hunted. So if you had a runner here, you got hunted out. Took you out right there. That's why I'm glad with that. I would not have known to basically take out that runner right there. So I'm glad I took it out right there. No regrets. Let's go, baby. I believe there was an announcement at 10 o'clock. Something must have happened. That volatility does not happen unless something got announced. Some report must have came out that caused that. It might be the manufacturing PMI, I believe. It might have been that. Manufacturing numbers causing that little burst of volatility, right? That's why we got that consolidation here for a while, and then finally broke out, failed breakout, reversing now. I'll go into a trap trade to the downside here, pandas. I'll be interested in this trap trade. Right, failed breakout, coming back to the bottom here. Let's see if we get it though. I hate outside bar reversals. I'm gonna put it down here because I don't like outside bar reversals. Looks like trap is going to disappear. Trap is gone. No longer interested. No trap there. Just waiting, just waiting. Pandas, make sure you scalp that like button. By the way, the pandas who are just rolling in, welcome to my stream. I'm Buy Money. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, we trade only one single instrument, the biggest, baddest, most liquidable market in the world, the E-mini futures, S&P futures, E-mini, ES, whatever you want to call it. It's a Super Bowl of trading. Welcome to the stream where we trade this every single day at starting from 9 a.m. Eastern time with the pre-market analysis going on to around 11 o'clock every day, 10:45, 11 o'clock every day. We like to trade the market open here on this stream. We trade only one single setup to keep things simple as possible. It's a two-legged pullback. It's a setup that looks like this. 2 pushes down, 2 pushes up. The reason why we like this setup, because in the right context, this is greater than 90% probability to make 1 point. The reason being is because when the market loves to move in twos, once it makes 2 moves at something, that move is done. The reason being is because traders typically wait for 2 moves before deciding on what they want to do. So once this 2 move is done, traders are more confident to enter in after the second entry. We like to find a setup in key areas such as moving averages, support resistance levels, channels, trend lines. If you'd like more information about the setup, go ahead and check out the description below. Also on this stream, you see the two-legged pullback indicator. So we trade only one single setup, and so for us, we have an indicator here that automatically finds all second entries. It finds all two-legged pullbacks for us. Simply, if you look to the left of the chart, all these dark red numbers above the candles are second entry shorts. All these dark green numbers are second entry longs. For instance, 2 pushes down, A, B, C. Right, 2 pushes down, 2 pullbacks, and then reversal, second entry right there. Also here, 2 pullbacks off the 20 EMA. Nice scalp right there. In fact, it's a swing. And if you look to the right of the chart, the super signal, depending on what color it is, means it's a second entry. Right now, it's a light green number. That means it's the first entry. But if this super signal is dark red or dark green, that means the next entry is a second entry, such as the one on this 10K chart right here that I'm very interested in going into short here. 10K chart, two-legged pullback, slower high second entry, off of resistance here. Terrible signal bar at the moment. Huge signal bar as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 points. If you're gonna take this trade, you have to scalp more than 1 point here. You have to scalp probably about 2 points to make this trade worth it. Terrible signal bar, doji bar. I like the setup though. I like the setup. I actually kind of like this setup on the 10K chart. I'm gonna sit on my pause though. The main reason is because we're bouncing off this resistance here. You know, these wicks failed breakouts, right? That wick is a failed breakout, right? Trying to break above it, can't do so, and so typically reverses strongly. I'm gonna sit on my pause on this one though, because that risk is really large. So it basically will wipe out my entire profit today. And so I'm just gonna sit on my pause here. If you're not willing to lose that trade, don't enter it. Right? If you're not willing to lose all of that, don't even enter that trade. That trade is not for you, right? And this trade is too much risk. Gives you a perfect scalp, gives you absolute scalp anyways. But for me, it's too much risk. Was not willing to risk that. So you gotta include, you have to incorporate your cash management in every trade. And right there, right? Since I'm only trading 2 contracts, I'm not interested. If I was trading 5 contracts, I would have reduced my size to 2 to take that trade. But right now, since I'm only trading 2, that's why it's happening. That's why I didn't enter that trade. Let's look on the 2K chart, see if we can find a reversal pattern here. Looking to go short if we can. You're thinking break of trend, new low. Break of trend, new high. Fails to make that new high after a 2-legged pullback. Right? So you have this downtrend. Sorry. You have this uptrend. Uptrend. Break of trend, looking for a new high. But the new high fails. It fails to make a new high, but makes an entire 2-legged move. Reverses on the 2-legged move. It might look for that new high now. You're thinking new low, right? Break of trend right here. Looking for a new low. Fails to make that new low. Reverses here. In fact, that is a second entry. I had to refresh the indicator. Second entry here. ABC. Now it's looking to go long. Sitting on my pause, basically, I have no idea what's happening. Basically, what I'm trying to say right now, I have no idea what's happening, pandas. We got a triangle here. Looking for a breakout of this triangle. Looking for the breakout of this triangle. Things still look pretty bearish because the 5 minute is under the 20 EMA. If you see the 5 minute, we're still under the 20 EMA, failing to break out of the 20 EMA. Right? All of these are attempts to try to break the 20 EMA, but they're all failing. So on the higher time frame, it looks more bearish than bullish to me. With every new candle, we get new information. The thing is, you can't marry your premise. You can't marry any premise you have. You have to be. I don't like to use this term because it's a little, promiscuous. But you just want to be speed dating. You want to be speed dating when it comes to day trading. You just you're just in and out. Your premise, you can't marry your premise. Cannot marry any premise here. Chris Dub says, I hate triangles with the EMA in the center. Mike Carroll throwing the Deuteronomy 8:18 at us. And you shall remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant which he swore to your fathers as it is this day. Amen. that sounds like a health and wealth type televangelist, out of context, verse that people would use, in my opinion. I think people think, okay, if we listen to God, then he'll just make us rich, which is not true at all, pandas. Prosperity gospel is a false gospel. Sorry to say. Prosperity gospel is a false gospel. The funny thing about the prosperity gospel, you're actually worshiping yourself still. Sorry to preach, but it is what it is. Ooh, the triangle. Second entry short, breaking below the triangle now. Like I said, the 5 minute struggling to get above the 20 MA. Made me think the triangle is going to break to the downside. That's exactly what happened. I should have entered there, but I'd like the triangle to break out first. That's your biggest move of the day right there. This might never see this gap again. This horizontal line may never be touched again today. That horizontal line may never be touched for the rest of the day, pandas. That push down like that, we may never see this horizontal line again today. Like I said, we may never see this horizontal line after that break of that triangle. In this stream, we don't have any FOMO though. We just wait for the next setup. We like to take advantage of the fact that we may never see that, right? We like to take advantage of the fact that we're probably in downtrend now, looking to go short if we can find a good entry. Looking for a simple two-legged pullback at this point. That's all I'm looking for. Looking for a second entry short here. You're thinking one more push down after a strong push down like that. I want to take this even as far away from 20 MA. I'm still going to take it because of the momentum we have here. Strong spike down. Market might not even give us our second entry short. Let's see if it does though. See, that's how stingy the market is. First entry, it's not going to even give us our second entry. That's why I want to enter even far away from the 20 MA if we got the second entry short, but didn't trigger the second entry short for us. Unfortunate, pandas, we didn't get our setup. It is what it is. That's a first entry right there. And that's why I was like, man, even if it's far away from 20 MA, I'll take that because a strong spike down, you're thinking follow through. Right? Reversals are going to reverse, pandas. Like I said, when I saw this reversal, even though I saw this push up, I was thinking, don't forget this reversal, especially happening right at resistance. Right, this is being confirming this trend line right now. This trend line is created from this pivot high, confirming that trend line. Potential break of trend new low, so a little harder to look for a second entry now. A little less reliable, in my opinion. Let's go, baby. Pandas, if you guys are just rolling in, make sure you guys scalp that like button. 86 likes, pandas. 86 likes with 238 concurrent viewers. We can do better than that. We can do better. Like I said, we may never see this horizontal line again for the rest of the day. In fact, on the daily, we may make this measure move. I'm not sure. Just watching here, pandas. Not much. So that's a nice thing. I was watching this other like YouTube channel about traders, and they were like literally just like shouting, like 4 or 5 different tickers saying what they're gonna do per ticker. I'm just like, how can you even? I can't even pay. I can't even focus on anything that's happening on this channel. That's on YouTube, and I believe it's called like the Traders channel, something like that, something simple like that. But I was like not able to follow along at all. So that's the beauty about just focusing on one instrument. I'm not bouncing around anywhere. I might bounce around between different time frames, but it's all still one instrument, right? Every single thing about each time frame helps us with all the other time frames, and so it's just good to focus on one, in my opinion, and we'll just enter trades here. We do have a trap here, pandas. Should I take this trap? I don't like it. I'm gonna sit on my pause. Even though I'm high chance to make a point on this trap because of how strong this 5-minute bar is, right? Strong bear bar in the 5-minute, making it look like this trap can make a point easy. And it makes a point easily, like I thought. It's a little too far from the 20 MA at this point. It's a little hesitant there. Right, but if you look at the 5-minute chart, when you see a big bear candle like this, you're thinking follow through, pandas. You're thinking more follow through. You're thinking, again, right, we broke below the 50% line, which is kind of where we're finding support of this breakout. And let me tell you why the 50% trend, point is important. Right, this is the 5-minute chart. You have a breakout here. Basically, let's say like if this is the breakout, we'll just make it around here. Right, basically yesterday's low. And the reason why the 50% mark is important on any time frame is because that's where people come out in their scaling in to break even. Right? I hope that makes sense. So let's say you went short here, and then you went short here, up here, because you saw this huge breakout. You're like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. And what typically happens is, let me see if I can get like a good breakout here. Something like this. What typically happens is people will scale in their trades to try to come out break even on a trade that went against them. And so that's why the 50% mark is important, because all of this right here are people coming out break even, right? All of this happened because people are just trying to come out break even. Okay, thank God that I'm able to come out break even right here. Super happy finally. At least I didn't come with a terrible loss, right? Coming out break even, and yeah, so that's why the 50% mark is important. And so if it does bounce off and keep going up, that means those people who came out of their trades, right, reversed the market. Now we're breaking below the 50% mark. That means that there are not enough traders, right, to want to reverse that, and we're coming down. So that's why 50% mark is important here. You're thinking at the bounce of this trend line, you're coming back to the bottom of the channel here, pandas. I know it may seem crazy, but that's the most that's just the most logical thing that's gonna happen. Top of the channel to the bottom of the channel. That breakout of this triangle. Should I have entered short there? I don't know. I usually like to wait after the break, but look at, there's no dark red numbers here. That means all of these are first entries. So unfortunately, no joy for us, no setups for us. We're just missing this entire move down. It's all good, pandas. Right? You might want to move to like a 500 tick chart if you want to try to take advantage of this super strong move. But in my opinion, I'm just gonna sit on my pause. It's okay, pandas. I'm already up 900. Let's keep it that way. By the way, pandas, if you guys are just rolling in, you guys can check out my most recent post on the community. If you go to the channel, the actual channel on YouTube, and you can go to the community tab, and you can see my most recent post, and I gave an update on where I am from my 5K journey, where my count is, because I know a lot of people are curious, since they were following since the 5K journey, so some people are curious of where their count's at right now. And recently was able to 2x it again after I ended the that series. But currently, I mean, you can look at the post, but gave an update there if you haven't seen it already. And in my mind, it's like I basically posted like the analysis chart of my trades, right? It basically tells you every single day my performance. And I wasn't comfortable sharing my statement, but that's, in my opinion, the next best thing, right? Just show the NinjaTrader right performance and show the account size right through the NinjaTrader, and people say, okay, like, you're probably trading sim. Well, I don't know. I don't know how else to prove it to you that I'm not trading sim, other than showing my statement, which is what I'm not comfortable. Aaron Korn asks, because I made 900 today, am I out of probation? Maybe next week I'll start again at the five contracts again. It's kind of funny because I make more money on stream trading 2 contracts than I did with 5 contracts. Crazy world we live in. We do have a second entry short here. It's a little far from the 20 MA. With all of these traps here, 1, 2, 3, 4 traps, and that trap fails, I'm not actually looking to go short here. I'm actually more likely to go long here, pandas. More likely to go long than short. Mostly because a failed trap on this 8th push down. Not looking to go short here, pandas. And you might be thinking, bye money, why wouldn't you go short here? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 traps, and this trap fails. I'm looking to reverse that, actually. I'm looking to reverse this on this trap because of this failed trap here. Typically a reversal pattern. Let's see if we can get a nice point here. See if we get a point. That's an outside bar reversal. I usually don't like outside bar reversals because of the fact that by creating an outside bar reversal, you're basically creating a small trading range. I might get stopped out here. Let's see. Curious what's gonna happen here. Not sure how far the runner is gonna go. I'll keep the runner. Looks like about to stop me out. Ooh. Looks like he wants to stop me out here, pandas. It's all good. I'll take the L. Small risk for that reversal, but outside bar reversals, pandas. That's why I don't like outside bar reversals, because they create little trading ranges for yourself. Ooh, but that looks good. Ooh, that looks really good. Let's go, baby. I'll just scalp out this entire position because I'm not sure how far it's gonna go. Gotta take that 100. Let's go, baby. Whoo! Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Easy peasy, easy money. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. I wasn't even worried. I had no reservations. Actually, I thought I was fully ready to get stopped out there. I was fully ready to get stopped out there. Mike Carroll, I do appreciate the explanation, and sorry I didn't mean to make it seem like you are a believer in the prosperity gospel. I'm just saying that verse I can imagine being used out of context very easily, but I 100% agree with you, Mike Carroll. You are right. Only God gives us the strength, right? He gives us the strength. He can take away the strength, and really all glory to God. I mean, all glory to God if I make money. All glory to God if I lose money. It doesn't matter. Money is money, right? At the end, God is God, and and at the end, this is just, it's just money at the end, pandas. I mean, when it comes to the most important things in life, right, this trading is actually, it's not even close. It's not even close to up there, in my opinion. Right? When it comes to actual important things in life, family, God, right, your faith, your friends, your relationships, these are the important things in life. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. Hey, pandas, we're having a good stream today. Trading only 2 contracts, and I'm glad I scalped that right there, because I wasn't sure if the downtrend was done. Looking for the new low at the moment, but with that failed trap right here, made me think that this was going to fail the other way. Right, with this failed trap to the downside, right? This tried trap to the downside, failed to make a point, and then starts to reverse. That's why I reversed that trade there. Hope that makes sense. CDOS89 asks, what are you trading? Go ahead and look at the title of this video. You can quickly find out what I'm trading here. Rohit Raj asks, excuse me, sir, China crisis, what is the impact of other countries? This is not really an economic channel. This is more of like a trading channel. But I'll take a stab at it. Crisis in China. If China starts to bankrupt, what happens? What happens to the world economy if China starts to bankrupt? What happened when the US bankrupt? Well, one thing is, I think personally we're in a bubble. And if China pops, the funny thing is, when bubbles pop, that's actually good for the economy because you're deflating currently. You typically deflate your currency when stuff like that happens, unless you bail out those companies. Then you'll inflate your currency, and typically the stock market goes back up. And so if your market overall does pop, bad for the stock market but good for the economy, because now you have a stronger currency. And in terms of value, the stock actually doesn't really lose its value, right? The value is still the same in my opinion, right? But the dollar cost is less. And you might say, what's the difference between value and dollar cost? Well, the thing is about the dollar cost is that it can be affected by inflation. So it could go, you can have $100 now, but that might not be the same value, right, 20 years from now. But in my opinion, stocks or assets, right, like your home, anything you have that is not fiat currency, in my opinion, doesn't lose its value. Right? It might cost less in dollars, but the value never changes. And so, for instance, your house can drop 50% of its dollar value, but the value, or its dollar worth, sorry, but the value of it has not changed at all, right? Your house is still very valuable, right? You live in it, you grow your family in it. It actually has value, and even if it costs half the price, the value doesn't change. In my opinion, the same thing is like that with gold. Gold, the value is still there, but right, the dollar amount might change. Its worth in dollars might change. So, if this bubble pops, whatever, I think at the end it's good for the economy, but it's gonna be big pain for a lot of people, especially people living paycheck to paycheck. Big pain, but that is better than the alternative, right? That's better than the alternative outcome, which is, stagflation, hyperinflation, whatever you want to call it. In my opinion, it's a necessary evil that needs to happen sooner or later. So with that being said, click on my gold referral link. I'm just joking, I don't have one, but I do have physical gold that I'm slowly accumulating over time, because I am just unsure what's going to happen with any economies. Pandas, hope you guys are doing well as I am. Hope you guys are doing better than I am. We got a two-legged pullback on the 10K chart forming here, pandas. Really far from a 20 MA though. A two-legged pullback, 10K chart, A, B, C. Far away from 20 MA, but you can consider this a couple things here. You consider this break a trend, new low. So looking for a trap trade alongside. In my opinion, I think we're gonna continue to go down, and I think this is gonna be our channel until we break it. Let's include these price points. In my opinion, this is going to be our channel down. The 5-minute coming to test the bottom of the breakout. As you can see, the breakout here reversed all day and testing the bottom breakout. Typically what happens is we usually break below the breakout, and most likely we're probably going to break this low, in my opinion, right, with this price action. According to the 5-minute, that's what it looks like to me. But short term right now, we're in an uptrend. This is an uptrend in my opinion, right? Break above the 20 MA, a couple legs up here, especially with the reversal pattern right here. I'm still thinking slight uptrend on the 20 MA. So waiting for this to break down here. Yeah, trust me. I have some friends with some big bags in China stocks. Mainly Baba. The fact that the CCP can completely manipulate their own market is just absolutely absurd to me, and I would, just knowing that, stay away from, you know, any emergent stock, any stock, you know, in China, just because at any moment, if some right government or any entity controls the entire market, you just step away from it. In my opinion, it's just not wise. That's my 2 cents, but you know, it's up to you. Of course, people have made money off the Chinese stock market, but and off Chinese stocks. But in my opinion, it's just one person controls it, man. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, and that's a sure thing. We are but human. That's why, pandas, I like to day trade. That's why, pandas, I don't care if the market explodes or inflates. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just finding my setup, the two-legged pullback, making my bamboo every single day, getting my bamboo. Kind of like where I'm at right now. Just even $1,000. Just chilling here. I don't mind that at all. Especially with a really big day yesterday. Like, I don't mind just kind of relaxing here. Two-legged pullback about to trigger on the 10K chart. A little far from the 20 MA. And terrible signal bar. That means huge risk on the 10K chart. What I mean by that is the 10K chart, big risk. This whole bar will be your signal bar. So if it does trigger below, you gotta be willing to lose all of that, right? About 10 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, about 7 points right there. You gotta be willing to lose 7 points to enter that trade on a terrible signal bar. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. Ooh, two-legged pullback. Pikachu trade here. Off of the trend line here. Very interesting. I kind of like the context here. Not anymore with a signal bar like that. Terrible signal bar, no longer interested. When it was a little more hammery looking, I like that, but this is looking terrible now. Breaking below. About to trigger the two-legged pullback on the 10K chart. Whoo! Terrible signal bar, but 10K makes a scalp, regardless. 10K has no care about your feelings. No care about that small uptrend. The 10K chart just takes over whenever it wants. And that's why, pandas. That's why you wait for your setup. Notice how it bounced off perfectly off the bottom of the trading range indicator, giving us the perfect bounce point on this trading range right now. Woo! Strong reversal. What is going on? Bottom of the trading range to the top of the trading range, pandas. You thought that we're going to just go up forever, but did you guys forget the trading range indicator marking the trading range here? We attempt to break down. That's a double bottom, if I were to say. If I were to see a double bottom, that's a double bottom. Strong push up. Strong push up. Looking for a second entry long if we can find it. I'm not sure if we're going to get one, though. A lot of price action needs to happen. Hey, John. Hey, give some encouragement to John. He says, boys, my trading is crap. I've been using all my free time to study and trade and read this week. I know it's discouraging, man. It's very discouraging. And, yeah, I'll just say right now, I blew several accounts. I blew several accounts. I'll just say that right now. I paid my tuition. And read week, you know, read months, whatever it is. Yeah, everyone needs to pay their tuition. If you're feeling like you're still losing real money, I would recommend to go back to sim, or make sure your exposure is not too high in trading the MES. But a red week is just part of trading, and if you're just started, trust me, you have about a year, year or two probably until you start seeing like, okay, I think I understand what's going on here. I think I understand the setup. Carlos says, I'm taking 150K on earn to trade and I'm 7,100 in profit in 6 days. I really hope I don't make a mistake in this 9 more days to go. Let's go, baby. Got a second entry short here. I mean, with this bounce off the bottom trading range, I mean, you're thinking come back to the bottom of the trading range here, but bounce off, right? Higher time frame, just testing that 20 EMA on the 10K chart. The 5-minute chart looked like it was going to reverse, but big wick on top. Easily makes a point there. I thought that double bottom, I thought this test right here would be the double bottom. Just not sure anymore, pandas. Going back into the trading range. We may end the stream here. Alright, pandas. I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but I'm not sure we're going to be able to find another trade in all this chop. Gonna maybe sit on my pause, and this is a good time to remind everyone, trade safe. Right? If you want more information about the two-legged pullback indicator, there's a free trial on the website, www.tweleggedpullback.com. Check it out. Hopefully it's helpful as much as it's helpful. Hopefully it's as helpful to you as it is to me and all those who have purchased it. Coming back to the bottom of the trading range, pandas. This is crazy. And yeah, pandas. Have an amazing weekend. Seriously. I mean, take some time off. Take your mind off trading. You know, it's good to sometimes reset that mental capital, emotional capital. Right, next week will be a new week, pandas. We'll get it. Hope everyone seriously has an amazing, amazing weekend. And I'll see you guys bright and early on Monday at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Make sure you guys come at 9 because the pre-market analysis begins then. And, you know, I'll also go over my trades on the day before off stream and kind of give you my reasoning behind them. So still like a time of learning. And so hopefully still beneficial for you guys. But make sure you guys, you know, scalp that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, happy trading. God bless. I'll see you guys bright and early on Monday. Let's go, baby.